In this video, I'm going to show you how to market martial arts to adults. Now, I know this might look like a lot here, but I really want to give you a thorough understanding of how you're going to actually do that. How are you going to get more martial arts students into your school, whether it be virtual or in person? How do you do it? Because regardless of how you're going to serve your service or your product to them, that doesn't matter, okay? So adults and martial arts, how do we actually market martial arts to adults? Well, the thing is, everybody's different, right? You're different than the next martial arts business owner. You're different than me. And what we have to first understand is this little equation right here, which is what we call the gap. And so the only reason the marketplace exists to begin with, so this is our marketplace here. Each one of these different colors of dots on here, hopefully you can see the different colors pretty good. But each one of these different colors of dots represent, in this particular small scale, a different type of adult, okay? So everything in the marketplace is only being traded for money or being exchanged because there is a value between you and the person that you're sharing it with. So just like anything, you know, I've got a problem, this person over here can fix it, and we exchange value, okay? So we have to understand that each and every one of these people that are out here in the marketplace, all these different adults that you would like to have that have great paying jobs, that are serious about being in your martial arts school, and they actually want to be good students for you, those actual students that you want, okay? We have to understand this little equation and these little components here, which may seem complicated but aren't. And what we need to understand is when we have these systems like this, okay, so here we've got a system, this is our attraction system. Here we've got a system, this is our conversion system. And this is part of this system here, okay? So these, and then you've got your final system, which we always talk about, which is your delivery. So in your business, you have, I'll just put it right here. Hopefully you can see that, yeah. So you have an attraction system, you've got a conversion system, and you've got a delivery system. The delivery system would be, are you delivering it in person or virtual, okay? So in order to do this effectively and have predictability and consistency to generate new adults and how to get actual adults as your martial arts students, you have to understand that we've got to be very specialized, all right? You'll hear me talk about it all the time, but you know, specialists make on average 30 times more than generalists. And this isn't about making money, it's about understanding why it's 30 times more. It's because they are a specialist to a specific group of people. Like, for instance, just my example here in itself, I don't work with any other industry. I only specifically work with the martial arts industry. And we specialize in helping martial arts business owners get more students by doing less, by using automation and systems instead of manual labor and untrackable methods, okay? We want, and you want, predictability, consistency, and you want to be able to grow a business that you want, okay? So not what you feel like the market's forcing you to experience or have. So this gap thing is very important because each and every one of these people, regardless of who they are, what they are, they get up and do something every day because they have some desired idea of what their future self looks like. And so people over here on this side, this would be their current situation, all right? In their current situation, they have difficulties in one way, shape, or form. Whether it's, you know, they are having trouble with, you know, maybe their weight, okay? Maybe they're having trouble with anxiety, or maybe they're having trouble with confidence, or maybe they're having trouble with focusing, or maybe they have a daughter and they're scared that their daughter wouldn't be able to protect herself when she goes off to college. So those are all the surface level things, okay? So when we say, well, they want to lose weight, but why do they want to lose weight? What does it mean to them? The big thing that I see going wrong in the martial arts industry, it's not wrong bad, it's not wrong that can't be fixed, it's wrong, we need to fix it and pay attention to the way this works, is we're too surface level, okay? We're too just, oh, lose weight, that's the promotion, or, you know, confidence or respect or whatever. But why do they need that? Okay, well, let's just use something simple as lose weight. So, yeah, the people that we're gonna focus on maybe right here is just the weight loss crowd, okay? But why do they wanna lose weight? And who are they? Are they more women or are they more men? And you might say, well, I'll take both, I'll take any. You gotta be a specialist, and it gets real granular when you're out there in the marketplace. If you wanna matter, if you wanna stick out in the crowd, if you wanna be seen, you've gotta become a specialist. And you've gotta build these different frames into your business, these different roadmaps that are just specialized roadmaps. Let's say that you have to have hip surgery, okay? Do you want to go to just any old surgeon, or do you want to go to a hip specialist? A hip specialist doesn't sometimes work on shoulders. They don't sometimes work on, you know, this or that. There's even just hip specialists that are hip surgeons that are specialists just for the athletic industry. So are you helping athletes get more focus? And why do they need more focus? See, that's their current situation. This is kind of like, you can think of as like they have a problem, okay? Over here on this other side, this would be their desired situation. This is what would make them happy. So, you know, every single day in their current situation, these different types of people and adults, they're trying to get to this desired self, this desired idea of themselves. You're only watching this right now because in your current situation, you don't know how to market martial arts to adults, and you don't know how to get more adults. That's your current situation. And you want more adults because, for one, typically they're going to be paying more attention. It's going to be more serious. Your interaction with them is a lot more fun. They have the income and the stability and the focus, and you know, they're going to be more responsible. They're going to show up more. It's going to mean more to them. And you get to perform what you do in a different way than you do when you have maybe a younger audience, okay? So that's really why you want to learn how to market martial arts to adults, right? It's not because of anything else, right? To you, it's more consistent income. To you, it's more fun in class because you get to operate with somebody that's really tuned in and paying attention to you and there to actually learn that thing and get really good and can maybe even become a black belt instructor or whatever it may be, right? There's so many different things to it. And that's your desired situation, to have a consistent set of, let's say, 100 or 200 students that are well-paying, that you can count on to be there. They show up and they pay attention and they're ready to go, and it would just be incredible, wouldn't it? And they can grow and form into things that could also move into maybe you opening another location, or you being able to focus more on different aspects of the business because maybe they want to move into more of a leadership role with you. So because I understand your current situation and I understand your desired situation, I can hold your attention in this video, okay? So it's really important that because I was able to make clear to you what your current situation was, and I was able to make clear to you what your desired situation was, there becomes this gap here. And this gap is where you come in. This is where you become important to somebody. This is where your service and your product become very powerful. This is where the value is built. Because right now, if you don't know how to market martial arts to adults, then you're stuck over here. You want to be over here. There's this gap right here, and you're hoping that this video helps you bridge this gap on how to make this actually happen. Because right now you're running into like a roadblock right here. So that's why I'm right now in this current video that you're watching on, you know, how to get more adults into your martial arts school and your dojo. That's why I'm important to you right now, okay? And that's why you're listening to me. So the thing that you have to understand is there's different kinds of adults out there. what we need to do is we need to look into our marketplace and we need to listen and think, okay, what small group of people, based off the actual skill sets that I have, the actual things that I can do to solve problems for people, you know, you need to list those out. What are the problems that I can solve, and which ones do I want to focus on right now? And then you need to think into the marketplace here. You need to think like, okay, what small group of people into this marketplace am I going to focus on for right now? Because what you're trying to do, let's say this is a small group of people here. Let's say that they're executive men that have six-figure jobs. They have daughters, and their daughters are about ready to go off to college. And the best gift that they could give their daughter is the ability to maybe get out of a situation of maybe, you know, rape or trafficking, or, you know, walking out to her car at night, some guy trying to grab her purse or whatever, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a funnel, or you're gonna create a marketing system here that is going to allow you to pre-sell, okay? So that's what this thing does, is it allows you to pre-sell. It also allows you to filter, so you're not dealing with tire kickers. It also allows you to focus, okay? You can focus your messaging just to those group of people. See why all the other martial arts business owners out there that would like to, you know, get more adults into their martial arts school, they're trying to be all things to all people. So they're generalists, so they don't really matter much. So think about it like this. You have one martial arts school, they're just trying to offer, you know, martial arts to people, right? And then you have another martial arts school where they help all types of people, but in their messaging and marketing, they have these very distinct roads and pathways and these systems developed that only particularly communicate a particular message, and they're just working with, let's say, you know, 35 to 50-year-old men that have high-paying jobs or something like that, that have daughters, and they're concerned about their daughter's safety when she goes off to college. So this whole funnel is just going to market to that. Now, the great thing about what we give you in our system that we provide and help, you know, we've set all this up for you and helped you do all this already, so you get to just jump in and get going. But what we do is we help you dial in your messaging, okay? It's huge. If people don't understand you, how on earth are they gonna get what you can offer if they don't understand why it matters to them, right? Just saying weight loss, well, there's a million different things that can give me weight loss. Why would I do martial arts? Specifically your type of martial arts. You gotta help me understand that, because there's all these other people trying to help me lose weight too. Why would I go to you instead of them? So what we do is this machine works 24/7, okay? So this thing works 24/7, 365, all year long. And what it's doing is it's getting rid of the tire kickers, it's pre-selling our perfect adult, and it's also has a message that's honed in perfectly to them. And what's great about this is, let's say that we do want to work on that other adult that wants to do weight loss. So let's say that this is the other type of adult, and they want to just focus on weight loss through martial arts because it matters to them. So here's another small group of people that we're going to serve, okay? And so we're going to focus on this part of the marketplace, while the other people are trying to shotgun and try to get everybody because they think, oh, I'll just sell it to everybody. When you start to hone in and focus, okay, so this matches this one. This one's just for adults that want to lose weight, but they also, they want to lose weight using martial arts, because at the same time that they lose weight, they also want to get stability and mobility, flexibility. They also want to train differently than just your typical boring, it's not boring to everybody, but I'm saying to this person, they don't want to go to a hunk gym and be in there clanking weights, and they don't want to do that. And they also want some artisticness to it. They want something else to be a part of it. And so you're going to focus your messaging just on the person that's looking for that specific thing. So when you do your Facebook custom audiences, you're going to be building an entire audience that matches this people. So when you're running your ads, they're going to get smarter and smarter in the marketplace and start drawing in these other people that are out here outlying. See these other little people. The pixel will start learning to find these other people here, right? So That is what is so powerful. And then you build a custom audience that's just to them. So when you run ads, you run it to this custom audience and this retargeting audience, and it's building this pixel with just this machine here. I can press duplicate. It creates another one instantly. I don't have to rebuild it all again. I just got to change the messaging. Now I've got one down here for this one. So let's say this one down here, they're trying to just focus on competitions. So these adults down here, they want to get into the competitive edge. Maybe there's somebody that's super competitive, they were competitive in school, so on and so forth, and they wanted to keep that drive alive, or whatever that message is to those people, which you would know what that is, okay? Everybody's market's different. I'm not one of those companies, I can assure you, where I go, hey, when you join and get with us, you're going to use my messages, you're going to use my pictures, you're going to use what I say, because that's not going to match your personality. It's not going to match your school. But what I will do is I'll show you all the systems that need to be in place. I've already got them pre-built, and then I'm going to explain to you and help you customize and design your own messaging per the type of person that you want to serve, and also the type of person that you can help, and the type of person that's out here in the marketplace looking for help. Okay? We don't want to go out there and try to convince people about martial arts. What we want to do is find people that need martial arts help, that don't realize the problem they have can be solved by martial arts, or specifically your martial arts, and then we're going to develop a proper message and a proper framework for them to understand why you are important to them. Okay? And then we're going to integrate Google retargeting. We're going to integrate custom audiences in both Google and Facebook. And we're going to integrate these two audiences to continuously get smarter and smarter and smarter every time our ideal audience, okay, so maybe this is that competitive audience that want to just learn how to compete. Okay, there's another little small group of people here. Okay, they all have that common thought and problem. So when you create your messaging, it's going to matter to them. And so our pixels are constantly getting smarter here. So this one's going to get smarter to this group. Okay, so all of our ads are going to follow the right people. It's going to slowly start scooping up all these other people out here to where you become the dominant person in the marketplace. And so while that's getting smarter for that, this one over here, it's going to just keep getting smarter to find those executive men. And it'll keep branching out here, and our pixels just get smarter. And what does that mean for us? Well, it means that we find our audience better. Our message gets even more refined and tighter because it's going directly to who it should go to. It's also reducing the cost of click. It's also reducing the cost per lead. It's also reducing the cost per acquisition. So as you get smarter with your systems and as you properly set them up so that they can get smarter, you're going to see your costs go down, your conversions go up, and you're also going to get people in that they are there for a specific reason to get that problem solved. And it takes the value of you way up. Because if these people are all $100,000 earners or more, you can charge them quite a bit more because they're there for a specific reason and they'll do what it takes to get it solved. Okay? So that's the thing. And then maybe this other group of adults out here, all right, maybe they're wanting to get super in touch with themselves. Maybe they're having, problems focusing. Maybe they're in some sort of even kind of like a depression, or they're dealing with anxiety and they don't quite know how to get that confidence back to focus again at their job. It's starting to really affect their job. So we create another funnel over here for that. And this audience starts to follow just those people around, okay? And it gets more and more. So here's this small group of people. And this is how you become a specialist in the smallest of marketplaces and just have super domination, because we have tools that allow us to get smarter. So now what you're doing is you're slowly, you're still getting the whole market, but how you approach the market has completely changed. You've become a specialist to these people, and you become more and more important to the people that actually need the help. And then you can really carve that message out to really make sense to them. Now, here's the other thing. You might say, well, yeah, but I want to, I don't want to just appeal to those certain types of people or whatever. Well, let me ask you a real question, and let's just be honest with ourselves, okay? If you had, let's say, in the blue group here, let's say that this was 100 students a month. Would you be okay with that? And then what if this here was just 50 to 60 students a month? Would that be all right with you? So now we're at 160. And just think about it over here. What if this was another 160 with, 50 here or, 110 here? Would that be all right? So you also, your business as a whole, your martial arts business as a whole, as you understand how to market and attract adults into your martial arts school, you're also putting out a persona into the marketplace like, oh yeah, that's it's a specialist clinic. They help those specific people. Okay? So you've got to understand, you have to learn to matter to these people. Now, in this same system, we set up inside of this automation, so all your emails now, they just matter to these different groups of people. Okay? Again, market to message match. Okay, that is what really matters. If you're talking to vegetarians about eating steak, I don't care how neat or cool you look, they ain't listening and they don't care. You've got to match your message to the market. You can't do some blanket generic term and think that you're gonna start getting adults that way. But guess what? Isn't that what everybody's doing in the martial arts industry? Isn't that what they're all doing? And isn't it funny how the only way that that's working for them is they've got to be like, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. And I'm not talking about cats, I'm talking about a kid. Okay? You got to try to win them over with fun and birthday parties and balloons and yay. I'm not against the little kids. I think it's incredible, and I think kids absolutely need martial arts. But I think that it needs to be a segment that communicates just to those parents about that in a way that they're not bringing the kid there for fun and games. They're bringing their kid there because they want their kid to pay attention. And guess what? Then they institute it more at home because they're not bringing them there for fun and parties and daycare services and childcare services, because that's what it's turning into. And martial arts is losing its power and stigma to that. Okay? What about having kids there, same age, same adult, but what about having kids there that are there because the parents are going to also instruct it at home too. They're going to take it home, and little Johnny or little Sally are going to, parents want them there because they're there for a reason, not because they're there because, oh, I got to get to work. Can you watch my kid for an hour and we'll call it you're teaching them martial arts? Are you helping those people? Yes, you are. But what is the difference between a parent that wants to enforce what you're teaching them at home and wants to have the kid there for a specific reason, not just because little Johnny's a pain in the ass and he's getting in trouble in school, although martial arts helps that. That's how I got into martial arts. But the thing is but my mom enforced it too. She didn't take me there for birthday parties, and there was none of that when I was going. I was there, I had to pay attention, and it was, my mom learned from my sensei and brought it home to me, and it changed my life. It's what brought me to this industry and why I'm so attracted to it. So the thing about it is, you have to understand that this is the most important thing. This is your message to the marketplace. But then you have to carve out your follow-up to them. You've got to make your machines that are out there in your attraction phases smarter to find more of them, because they will, and they'll be glad to. And then you've got to have integrated systems that are singular and succinct, because you can keep adding these. You can duplicate this one, and maybe you just work with women's self-defense. Duplicate this one, maybe you just work with elderly and helping them have stability and strength into their older age and regain that muscle without having to go clink clank in the gym. So I hope this helped you understand how to market martial arts to adults, and how you can really take what you're doing and become an absolute specialist with what you do, and you can have so much more success so much quicker with predictability, consistency, and a hell of a lot more fun, because everybody that's there, there's a different respect, there's a different paying attention level, and there's a different way that they pay you in a different way, and you get to do what you've always dreamed to do. They get to get the value that they want and that they're looking for, so they can get to their desired self. And that is how adults in martial arts works. This is how this is really how it's done today, okay? Because once this thing is set up, Facebook and Google don't need you to do anything to run it. You just need to pay attention and track that part of it. Not hard. 5-10 minutes in the morning. This whole thing can be tracked in the morning in 5 to 10 minutes, and when you know what the tracking sheet means, when you get the readout on it, you can tweak a couple knobs here. The funnels don't need you to do anything. Once they're together, they'll run. The automations, once they're together, they'll run, okay? So it's the initial setup, and it's the refinement of the message here, which your tracking sheet will tell you if you're off or on with that messaging. So this is how to market martial arts to adults. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you'd like us to help you set this thing up for you, or you'd at least like to see maybe where you're missing some things here and there, or if you've got questions, then all you have to do is either down in the description or on the page here, you can reach out and you can set up a 45-minute strategy call, okay? On this strategy call, it's not a bang you over the head sales call. That's not what it is. On that call, what we do is we figure out what is your current situation, like where are you at, what's going on, and this allows us to understand if we can actually help you, okay? Because we need to find out if we can help you. And if we can't, because sometimes we can't, we'll be completely honest about that. But it also lets us know, what your desired situation is so that we can see if, again, can we help you or not. Then we also, regardless of if you end up working with us or not, okay, we give you a roadmap and a complete game plan and strategy. That's why it's called a strategy call. We give you a free strategy on how to get to that 50 and 100 grand per month consistently and predictably in martial arts. And so if we get through the part where we're figuring out where you are, if we can help you, and we get you kind of clear on what you're doing and where you're going and what's missing or what could you improve, we'll simply ask you, hey, would you like us to share with you what we do? If you say, no, I'm good, thank you, well then great. We'll virtually shake hands or over the phone or whatever. You can do it through Zoom or you can do it through a classic phone call, whatever suits you. And then we'll go on, and great. You walk away with a strategy with tons of value. You get more clarity on where you're at and where you're going. Or if you do want us to share with you, we will, and we can see if we're a good fit on that set. So pretty simple, pretty easy. It's a win-win for you. And we're really excited to share this with you because that's all we focus on every day is helping you grow and build and scale a martial arts business owner that can get more students by doing less. So if you like this, let me know. If you got questions, hit me in the comments or whatever, and schedule that call if you'd like me to help you even more. Thanks a lot.